Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today we're going to be doing the W's and the L's and the N's of what I think the albums, the singles out of January 14th. Obviously that was a couple days ago, so yeah, it's gonna be a little bit. Obviously some of my album reviews aren't completely up yet, and that's probably because I haven't got around to editing them, but they will be up. And yeah, I'm just gonna give you like a overall what my opinions are on what albums and what singles were a big W in the week, and what albums and what singles were a big L, and what albums I thought that were I don't really care for, but I can see where people like it, and I don't really, it's just not for me. How about that? Okay, let's start with the ends. The ends are something that I don't really care for. I'm kind of neutral on, and it's like, it's okay, it was just there, it wasn't bad. For an N, we have EARL Sweatshirt Sick. Yes, I know. People are probably gonna be mad at me, but to me, this album was just, it was kind of like I don't really care for it. Obviously, there's a huge EARL Sweatshirt fans out there, and I'm sorry, the album is just not for me. I tried listening to it again. I listened to it twice all the way through, and it just wasn't for me. It was produced phenomenally, but the album just wasn't for me. And sometimes you just gotta accept that. Now let's talk about the fat L's we have throughout the week. That was the only N. The only N was EARL Sweatshirt 6, so don't get heartbroken. You're not an L, EARL Sweatshirt. So, L's. I think we know where we're going with this. We have Jim Jones and DJ something, whatever that album was. It's popping up here, but holy crap, dude, that album was trash. I'm sorry. I tried. I really did. I'm sorry if Jim Jones is your favorite artist or whatever. I'm sorry. I really did. The first 3 songs, I wanted to literally get off the album right away. It might have been one of the worst songs I've ever heard. Those 3, like, consecutively, those might have been the 3 worst songs I've ever heard. Fabio was in, like, the 3rd or 2nd song. I don't really remember, but Fabio was in there, and he was okay. He kind of carried the 3rd song, but I tried even going longer. I tried. I just couldn't finish the album. Nothing on there sounded good to me. I'm sorry. It just wasn't for me. Another L we have throughout the week is the Joey Badass single, The Revenge. And if you guys saw my reaction on it, then you guys would know how I feel about it. To me, the first verse was kind of mediocre. It wasn't the worst thing I've heard from Joey Badass, but it also wasn't the best thing I've also heard from him. The beat honestly stood out more than his verse, in my opinion. And that second verse was whack. Come on now. That second verse was whack. It was terrible. And it just wasn't for me. I'm sorry if you guys really like that song. Again, you're entitled to your opinion. If you really like that song, then you really liked it. I'm sorry, but it just wasn't for me. I think that it was kind of trash, and that it was terrible. But now, that's pretty much it for the L's of the week. Let's talk about the big fat W's of the week. First, we're gonna go with a little lesser known artist. We're gonna go with KOTA the Friend, Lyrics to Go Volume 3. I'm telling you, for me, this album hit. It hit different, dude. It was fire. I had so many good tracks off of this album. I did a video on this as well. KOTA the Friend had became now one of my favorite new artists. He has this lo-fi type of hip-hop type of album, and to me, the lyrics and the beats just go well together. They just gel. They just go in as a unit, and they delivered. They did good. In my opinion, this album was really good. It was a solid like 9 out of 10. It was really good for me. I enjoyed it a lot. If you haven't heard it, definitely go check it out. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on it. Alright, let's get to a single. This single is really good. Even though KOTA the Friend might have been the first W, this one is also another big W. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. It's Surround Sound by Yachty featuring 21 Savage and Baby Tate. Now to me, Surround Sound was fire. The surround sound, The surround sound beat and the hook was fire. I mean, you can't really ask for more. Yachty performed, 21 Savage performed. Come on now. When 21 Savage came in, I was like, I was pulling all the stank faces, dude, and it was fire. Obviously, Baby Tate had a very short verse on there. I wish I could have seen more from her, because I didn't really get much out of this song, but it is what it is. I mean, maybe it was just like a transition to make the beat switch, which obviously the beat switch is fire. I like how they just flipped the sample but made it a little bit slower, and JID did his thing. Honestly, it's really, really good. Probably the best single that I've heard in a long time, and starting the new year, it's really, really good. Now we have another big W out of the week, at least in my opinion. I think that Token Pink is Better is for a majority of the reason. For the majority, is a W. I think that it's not bad. I think that people may overhate on this album because it's a little bit different from Token's regular style. But I think that he's trying something different, and I think that some of it worked. I actually really, really liked all of the slow songs that he produced. Like Not Love was one of my favorite tracks. I also did a video on breaking it down on what I really, really thought about the album, and another video where I just did a heat degree about him. So definitely go check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, Token to me, a very big W, and I can't wait to see maybe another single from him. But I'm really, really bumping Not Love and IOD. Those are my top 2 off of this album. They're really, really good. And even the one with Rico Nasty is really, really good as well. Now, let's talk about it. You guys know, people were calling this album mediocre. They were calling it mid. And I'm sorry, I have to say it. The CORDAE album, From a Bird's Eye View, was a fat W. It really was. I don't think there was a single bad song on here. I could listen to this album fully and it would still surprise me with how much production went into this album and how much you can just hear everything, literally everything. And I think this might be, it's not that I think The Lost Boy is a better album, but I think From a Bird's Eye View is a very, very, very solid album, and it's a very big W. To me, Coach Carter is very phenomenal. Obviously the one with Super, that was a single that came out, but it's really, really good. Sinister is not bad. I mean, come on, the track list is endless. It's really good. Even Gifted, in my opinion, was really, really good. The only song that I really didn't mess with on that album, which technically wasn't really on the album because it was a bonus track, was the Eminem and CORDAE. I forget what the song was called, but to me it wasn't it. It was some remix, but it wasn't for me. Production I don't gotta talk about because I mean it was fire. It really was. And I mean even the intro track to me was really fire. It got me chills throughout the whole freaking album. Chronicles, oh my gosh, I almost forgot about Chronicles and Champagne Glasses. When Freddie Gibbs came in, that thing was hard, dude. When Chronicles and Her was singing it, I mean, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It really is good. It's a big W. So let's recap on what I just said. So we have the L's, which was the Jim Jones album, and also the Joey Badass single. For the N's, we have a Earl Sweatshirt. I'm sorry, Earl Sweatshirt fans, but it's just not for me. I'm sorry. It's not going to work. You're not going to push me into that album. And with the W's, we have a lot. We have the KOTA The Friend Lyrics to Go Volume 3. We have the Surround Sound single by JID. We have the Token Pink is Better album. And we also have the CORDAE From a Bird's Eye View album. Let me know what you guys think about these albums. Let me know if maybe you guys thought that the Jim Jones or the Joey Badass single was really, really good in your opinion. And also let me know maybe the Earl Sweatshirt album was really, really good, and maybe I just need to give it another try. But I've already given it 2, so I'm not going to give it another try. It's a nice try, dude. I'm not going to give it another try. But anyways, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.